Now, actually, talking about comments, I think some of the earlier conversations we had, Agniv, were about hate comments and such, and like coming to terms with it. Have you felt like your approach or your reaction to comments has improved over time?
Yeah, definitely. I was actually I used to get like very pissed off at hate comments, like when I actually started out. But over time I got used to them, and
Hmm.
I realized that it's just a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Because this community touches all the corners of the world. I mean, the world doesn't really have corners, but you get the expression. Um, but yeah, so you're bound to encounter people that have differing opinions. And I think I did a video called "Learn to Ignore People" that I
Hmm.
resonated with quite a few creators. And some of the points expressed in that are like, when you get criticism that's not feedback, as you were saying, it's just harsh like criticism. You don't usually see that coming from people that are at the top of their fields, like professionals and stuff. I mean, you do sometimes, but not often. Usually, harsh criticism comes from people that have either encountered a lot of frustration with their own learning, or they're dealing with some insecurities, or something's gone wrong in their life and stuff like that. And I think oftentimes people don't realize that they can say the same thing in both a negative and a positive way and get a different reaction. A lot of people tend to fall into saying, like, packaging a bit of feedback in a negative light and then presenting that, and then, like, maybe getting agitated when they get a negative response back. Whereas people could always just learn to take that feedback, package it in a positive way, and then, create a new positive environment. So I wondered if anyone else has had any experiences that they want to share, like with this regard. Have they ever gotten feedback that they let get to them? Maybe they were going to do a certain type of video but decided not to, or stuff like this.
I'll hop in. I'm glad. I'm glad we brought up this topic. Is the audio still okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we brought up this topic because I guess in terms of hate comments, they used to bother me a ton, especially when the channel was smaller. Like I would pretend they didn't bother me, and I'd tell people, "Oh, I don't really care." But the fact of the matter is that I did, and it did get to me. But after watching the "Learn to Ignore People" video amongst other channels, like one that really got to me was with Gary V's videos when he's like, if someone has the time to go in and just purely hate on you for no reason, they're coming from a deeply, deeply depressed place. There's something deep inside going on with them. Because no one that's genuinely happy or good at what they do is going to go out of their way to just be an asshole to someone. Like, not one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody could be the worst artist in the world or make the worst tutorial explaining the worst things. And I'm not going to leave any form of hate on there. I'm going to tell them how to improve themselves. And in terms of feedback, no feedback gets to me anymore. I guess not even hate. I guess something that would get to me is more so someone's disappointment with me. Because the hate doesn't matter, but when someone's disappointed with you, it's like you let them down. Because that's where it kind of bothers me, but that doesn't happen too much. But sometimes I'll get a comment like, "Oh, this tutorial disappointed me compared to your other ones," and I'm like, "Well, I appreciate it. Can you give me some feedback on how to improve that for next time?"
That's often one of the best comebacks to any comments like that anyway. It's, "Oh, thank you. How can I help you enjoy my tutorials more or help me solve that particular problem?"
Hello, Jacob.
Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah, can hear you. Yeah, actually, it's quite interesting because on our BlenderNest server, I've seen that occasionally some people have shared their comments and reactions and stuff, and this has actually been a point of discussion over the past week, I think. But I think Josh Gambrel, you shared one of your responses, which was like a really positive spin after a negative comment. And I think stuff like that's really interesting because it can take people off guard. And I can't remember, like, I remember listening to someone talk about this. They said that one of the best things you can do if someone's like trying to antagonize you on the street is just do something completely random, something that does not fit in with like their line of expectation. Like, just go mad, like shout some random stuff and whatever. Because if you just break them out of a train of thought, you can just stop them from like doing what they're gonna do. So if someone's giving you like some really negative opinion, if you just like completely flip it on its head and be like super nice and like completely unattackable. That seems to be something that I think people like seeing actually when they come
Well,
down
you
to the
have to
comments.
be.
Yeah.
You have to. They're coming from such a terrible place, and I'm so incredibly happy for myself that I'm not in their mindset. So the only possible way to me is to react nicely to them and just say, look, if you need someone to talk to, I can tell you're in a bad place right now. So, let me know if you need anything. And that comment I posted, the guy just responded even more pissed off. I'm like, well, I can't do anything about it. I didn't respond to him after. There's no point.
Yeah.
People like that are just beyond helping. They need a therapist.
Yeah, there's
but
nothing more you can do there. You've already taken the high ground, really.
yeah, don't hate back. Like, don't ever hate back because that's what they want from you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feed
Like,
the dog.
there's no point at
Yeah.
all. Just react as kindly as you possibly can, and if they don't get the memo, then just ignore them. I literally do not care anymore like I used to, and it's kind of freeing. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, where finally being able to just ignore comments and not let them get to you, whether they're positive or negative. Like, it's a very freeing feeling, like getting over an ex or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to. What I would do is when I would get proper hate comments, I would turn it into something funny. I would share it with my friends, and like we'd have a good laugh about it. So you'd actually take it and then you use it as fuel for like a funny conversation. So in that regard, it actually becomes disappointing when there's less of that available now. I'm not saying that I want to get hate comments, but like those are quite nice
I'll leave
moments.
some.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go right now.